Morning YouTubians, Gary here with VW Jawbreaker. Today we're going to answer a couple questions and go ahead and get started on diving in on these Empi 34s on Aaron's engine. So it's the next day. We've got valves adjusted, everything's squared away. But we need to go ahead and hook up this run box. So I had somebody ask me, hey Gary, what's up with the run box? Well, I've got a starter mounted to a cut bell housing. I'll go ahead and link that in the description below. It's pretty simple, just cut the bell housing and then you can just bolt it right up, allow you to run it on the stand. My box is pretty simple. It's got a tachometer just so I can see RPMs instead of hearing RPMs. We've got a master switch, coil switch to energize the coil, of course switch for the tachometer in case I don't want it on, and of course a push start button. I have an oil light, I also have an alternator light. So in order to hook it up, we've got a couple of gator clamps here. Believe it or not, the negative is just enough to run your light and also to run the tach. It's not really running much. So I've got my battery down below, I got my hot coming in here to the starter just like you would on your car, and I've got the negative right there on the starter. So your positive just clamp on there, and your negative I usually bring it up here to the starter bolt. Gives me a nice ground that way. The other wire on here is for the starter. Now on the other end, coming out of the box, I've got a mess of what, 4 wires? Let's show you where those hook up. So I usually kind of bring these around, dive them back through here, and then we've got a yellow, hold on, screen went. We've got a yellow, red, brown, and whatever color that is. I've also got the different terminals on there, either protected or not, to help me remember what's a positive and what's a negative. So the brown is our oil pressure switch. We go right there. Our red, of course, is power to the coil. So we'll go ahead and hook that up right there. It's kind of hard to do it one-handed. There we go. Our yellow is for the tach. So hook that up on the negative side of the tach. All right. And then this wire here, I have lengthened so I can bring it over, and that's my exciter wire for the alternator. That's really it. It's just a couple wires. Come on guys, it's a Volkswagen engine. Got a couple wires, couple switches. I know this is a little redundant, but I like having a master switch. I like having one for be able to turn my coil off and on so I can crank without trying to fire. It makes it easier than unplugging and plugging, you know, your power into the coil. So the only other thing I normally do is I take this wire, that loom that goes over, I usually kind of stretch it up or something and clamp it here to the fuel line. That way it kind of helps make sure it stays off my J-tube. Other than that, we're about ready to go ahead and fire it up. Remember, we did cam break-in yesterday.
Or in video sequence last week.
So next we'll go ahead, fire it up, get it warmed up. We'll go ahead and start getting these carburetors tuned in and see where we're at. So everything's hooked up. Got our gas turned on. We'll go ahead and give her a couple pumps. Now we'll turn master on, coil on, and this is a cold start. Very nice. I'm going to go ahead and get you reset up, and I'll go ahead and get ready to get this baby warmed up for the morning. All right, just want to remind everyone, we're going to warm the engine up. Once it's warmed up, we're going to go ahead and start working on syncing these carburetors. I have the idle screw set out. It barely touches the throttle shaft, and then I have it turned in 1.5 turns, and then I ended up doing 2 turns out from lightly seated on the mixture screws. Once it's warmed up, I will disconnect one of the 2 sides, so therefore they function independently, and the bar linkage does not try to dictate the other carb when we're working on one carb. Okay? Another thing is I showed you guys that balance tube that goes from behind the intake to behind the intake, right? It's just I think it's a 1/4 inch tube, comes around. We need to pinch that off. Use a set of needle nose or a clamp or something, and that'll get that straightened out, because the balance tube is actually going to sit there and help minimize the pulsation in between the 2 carburetors, okay, and help the engine run smoother. But when you're balancing carburetors, you're trying to balance this side, you're picking up pulsation from this side, so we need to pinch that off. Enough jabbering, let's get to work.
Not like yours, but these carburetors look nice.
Yeah, nice little single barrels.
EMPIs.
Alright, I'll go ahead and turn the fuel on. Master power, coil, tack, work throttle. Alright guys, well that's about all I can do today. Unfortunately, we got a tropical storm headed at us. Thank goodness it's a tropical storm, not a hurricane. So I need to take a time out, get ready to go to work, start assessing some damage. There's no damage, but client wants what they want. So we've pushed the engine off to the side. We'll let it sit over there for now. I believe we got some jetting issues, so we'll dive into that. I'll bring you guys back and we'll get going on it. Hope you enjoyed that break. It's actually been about 2 days. Yesterday was hell for the most part, but that's all right. And it's still raining behind us because, well, I live in Florida and that's what it does usually in the summertime. Tropical storm didn't do crap to us. Well, I think we're getting more from this afternoon storm than we did from the tropical storm, is what it is. So, since the last time you were here, I have put everything back to basics. We're back to 1.5 turns on the idles, 2 turns on the mixtures. We changed jets. I went from a 60 idle jet down to a 55 idle jet. Went from a 160 main down to a 135 main. Now, hopefully it'll, you know, cooperate properly and we can actually get somewhere. So let me get you set up. Let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. Let it warm up a little bit. See where we're at. All right, let's do this. Got fuelage on. Battery hooked up. All right. We're a pump or two. not 100% happy with that though. We'll let her get broke in some more and then we'll go back to retuning. Alright, well that concludes tuning the carburetors. Again, let's go through it real quick, make sure I didn't leave anything out. We're going to disconnect one of the two sides of the linkage. That way they work independently from each other, and the crossbar, when you adjust one on one, doesn't affect the other. Got it? So disconnect one side or the other, not both, just one. On the 34 ICTs, take something, pinch off the little 1/4-inch tube. That way the pulsations don't affect one another, and you can really go ahead and get this thing tuned in pretty good. I'm 95% happy the way it's running. I feel it could be a little better. However, it's also a fresh rebuild, no miles on it. It's got maybe the it's got the 20-minute cam brake in, and then maybe another 15-20 minutes of runtime. So we don't even have an hour of runtime on this engine yet. We'll get there, but for right now, that's gotta go as soon as it's done, so we can make room for the next project. We're getting a 60 in the garage, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Remember, be kind to one another. Until the next time, you be good.